Hey guys, hi everybody. Hey, I had to smile just thinking about you guys jumping on and seeing you and you catching up. It's been a minute, right? It's been a minute. My lives have begun coming like once a week, if that. But I've been trying to post something every day just to say I'm still here. But I got on for a specific reason, and I know a lot of you guys are going to catch it later. I even had some people inbox me and said, they try to go back and look and, see if I was on and everything. I love you guys so much. I have to say that I love you guys so much and I appreciate you so much. This is the thing I want to share with you guys, though, about being tired. I had got burnt out and I had got tired. I had got exhausted. Just with everything, and I want to encourage you today, and I want to tell you this because I seriously don't think I would have got on today if it had not been dropped in my spirit that it's not about me. It's about helping somebody else, and it's about encouraging somebody else, and it's about if God bring me through. Come on, somebody. If God bring me through, that is not just about me, but it's my accountability, my responsibility for it to help somebody else get through. So, guys, I have been doing a lot of self-reflection, not being on a lot lately. I have been going through hell, to be honest. If it wasn't one thing, it was another. If the devil wasn't coming at me one way, he was coming at me another direction. Anything that the devil could do to block me, the devil was doing. And not to say that battle has been won, but it has been won, if you understand what I'm saying. The battle has already been won. I'm just still going through, but I'm coming through. So what I'm trying to say to you is that in the midst of all of that, I had to do a self-evaluation, and it caused me to go back and look at why I'm the person that I am. It made me go back and reflect and try to figure out why did things trigger me the way that it triggered me. Why do I move the way I move? And in that being said, Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday or Monday, it might have been Monday, was one of the worst days of my life. It was hard. It was hard. It was hard. I was upset. I was going through everything. Only thing I know is that right before the break of day, a lot of times you go through straight hell. So it was hard. I wasn't feeling good. I had some terrible things going on all around me. And I just was like, God, I'm tired. And this is what this is about, being tired. And I heard myself say, I'm tired. So what happened was when I called my mom and I was talking to my mom, and Mama was saying to me, she said, what's wrong? And I said, I'm tired. And she said, well, why are you so tired? Guys, let me tell you something, why you got to open up your mouth. She said, why are you so tired? And I said, Mom, I've been sick since 2011. I said, Mom, I've been sick since 2011. And she said, yep. And she said, you know what? She said, trust in God and hold on. It's going to be okay. And she said, you're going to be all right. And I had talked to my mom several times that day, and this is what I want to get to you guys right now. Some of you may say that sometimes I may use that and be like, oh, we know she got that condition. But looking at me and going through what I go through on a daily basis, a lot of times we forget that people are dealing with other things. Tired is having this condition, the worst acute disease in the world, and then if you get sick with something else, you got that to deal with too. I need you guys to hear me. If you get sick with that doesn't mean the other thing moves. It means it's still right there. Then you got to deal with this, and then you got to deal with bills, and then you got to deal with relationships, then you got to deal with kids, and then you got to deal with employment, then you got to deal with the sickness, then you got to deal with everything that comes with that. And so I said, Mom, I'm tired. I'm tired. And she didn't say, oh, you ain't got nothing to be tired about. She didn't say, oh, no. She said, it's going to be all right. And so I got on here this afternoon to tell you that it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right, because sometimes guys, we forget what tired really is. Sometimes we take for granted that what we go through ain't nothing compared to what somebody else go through. Sometimes we take for granted that God is still God regardless of what you're going through. So what happens is we go through life tired instead of trying to figure out what the root of that tiredness is, so that we don't take it from one place to the next, that we don't go to our job tired because we haven't laid this burden down and we haven't trusted God enough to do what he said he's going to do. We take it to the relationship because we don't trust God to leave the past in the past and leave those baggages where it's at, so that we don't bring tired to a new relationship. We go and we deal with our life tired. And guys, I'm telling you, that's not the way that God created us to be, because I know that I've reached out to several people. I know that I've been talking to people who are qualified to counsel me as a minister. And I know that I'm looking for a therapist here in Atlanta, because guys, we think that even this is the Mental Health Awareness Month. We think that it's something wrong with seeing a therapist as Black people. We think that there's something wrong with saying, I need somebody else to talk to. But guys, we got to take the time to heal our stuff in order to be whole for somebody else. And once you begin to heal yourself, and once you begin to understand what tired looks like, then you get sick and tired of being tired. You see what I'm saying? Then you begin to do something about being tired. You understand? You fix yourself before you can fix somebody else. Because being tired does not negate you to treat people any kind of way. Being tired does not mean you got the right to project your stuff on somebody else all the time. Being tired does not mean that you're not accountable to bring your best self forward every day that God has given you. See, I can't continue to be tired. Once you know better, you do better. So you're tired of being broke. What are you going to do about being broke? You're tired of failed relationships. What are you going to do about failed relationships? You're tired of arguing. What are you going to do to change the arguing? Because listen, people can't argue by themselves. You got to be determined that you're going to fix yourself so that the both of you can be better. You got to be determined that you're going to fix yourself so that God can see you, so that God can work on you. Because anytime you so tired in life that you can't see the hand of God, then you got too much on you. And God said listen, he said he'll be your peace. So if you don't have peace, come on, hey, Cassandra, Cassie, honey, I love you. So if you don't have peace, then you're missing God. Because listen, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. I'm tired, but then I understand what it means to be renewed. I understand what it means to be tired, and understanding that now I got to get in the presence of God to help me where I can't help myself. Because listen, if I wanted to stop all my bills today, I might die here and leave here, and there may be some bills, but I hope I owe no man nothing but love. You get what I'm saying? I might be tired of the employers, but I'm sick of being broke. So I got to keep working so that I don't be tired of being broke. I'm not going to be broke, disgusted, and whatever. I'm a millionaire, and I know that. I got it in my hands, guys. I got it in my hands. When I tell you I got it in my hands, I'm so sick and tired of giving my heart to places that don't deserve my heart. I'm so sick of putting my precious body in the place of places that don't deserve my presence. You get what I'm saying? So when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's when you make a change. You're entitled to be tired. But once you realize you're tired, then do something about it. But listen, the change begins in you. And the reason why I'm on here, because I took this step to be like, let me get some professional help. The reason I'm on here, because then I'm going a step further and say, let me find me a therapist in Atlanta where I dwell so that I can get the help that I need. Because listen, guess what I found out? I found out that my tired was legitimate. I found out that my tiredness was legitimate. That means that everything I was holding on the inside because I was worried about what somebody may say. I was worried about hurting somebody else's feelings. I was worried about what people may feel about me. Listen, I found out that my tiredness was legitimate. See, once you come to the acceptance that there are some things that you need to change about you, then God can work on your behalf. Because it's, hey, Kyra, honey, love you. Because as long as you don't accept that there are some sin and some shortages and some hurt and some concerns in you that you gotta fix or you can't be healed, you're never gonna get to the point that God can take you. Because listen, you can't be healed if you're not willing to accept the good and the bad about yourself. When I saw the perfectness of God and the love of God in my life, I saw how truly ugly I am. I saw the sin in me. I saw what wasn't right in me. And see, listen, God can only clean you up if you allow him to make you over. So me going to counseling, me getting help, me dealing with my stuff, helped me to see, listen, there's a lot of beauty on the inside of me, but I can't see that beauty until I see the face of God. I can't see that beauty until I allow God to work on me. Because as long as you fight your tiredness and you sit in your stuff, you sit in a pig pen and you refuse to change, listen, you'll never come to yourself and realize that my God got everything in earth and heaven that I need. That my God is a way maker out of no way. That my God answers prayers despite what it looks like in this world. He's a way maker. That he's available any time of the day or the night. Listen, all you got to do is call on him. You can't realize the goodness of God holding on to you. You got to die to you. And that's why when I tell you that it hurts to die, it hurts to die. Because you're going to lose some people along the way when you change for God. People going to say you acting weird, and why she act like, she done got into Atlanta and she don't want to do her things, or she got with that babe and he changed her and she this and she ain't who. No, it ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It got everything to do with that. I'm going for everything that God has for me. And I'm going to have everything God has for me. In order for me to do that, I got to look like God. I got to resemble God. I got to walk like God. I got to talk like God. See, everything that hurt me was working for my good. So when the people told me, and I'm going to go ahead and apologize to those people who used to tell me, oh, you need to do this when it comes to this. You need to do this. You need to have a little more cleavage. Listen, thank you so much. Because I didn't want to hear it at the time. But God, because now God is working on me when it comes to my dress, because I got to be prepared for what God bringing me my way. You get what I'm saying? God bringing me royalty so I can't look like junk. God taking me into high places so I can't look like I just came out the ghetto. Never have I looked that way, but I got to look like the woman I am, because the woman I am is a classy lady. Trust and believe me, when the money come the way I want to, you ain't seen nothing yet, because I'm going to dress like I feel. And I'm going to tell you how I feel. I feel like that $1 billion woman. So this is the thing I'm saying to you. We get tired, but then we refuse to move out our tired spaces. Be accountable for you. And I'm going to tell you, the only way you're going to move when you're tired is if it hurts bad enough. You hear what I'm saying? Because if I had not been hurt the way that I've been hurt, then I'd still be doing the same things I used to do. I'd still be in the same place I used to be at. You see what I'm saying? See, I had outgrew everything and concern in my life and everywhere I was. And I told y'all a couple of years ago, I had outgrew Richmond. Because what God has for me, I truly believe is in Atlanta. Because, listen, you got to surround yourself around people that reflect you. You got to surround yourself around what you believe. So for me, Atlanta is a bunch of movers, shakers, and billionaires. I got friends that shake and rock with billionaires. So you gotta surround yourself around that so that you can become what you believe. So Richmond, I felt like I had outgrew Richmond because I wasn't feeling Richmond. So now I'm walking in the midst of what I believe so that I can become what I need to become, so that I can be what I can be according to what I believe my purpose is. I know that was a whole lot of twist up turn. But what I'm trying to tell you, that you can't grow in your tiredness. You can't stay in that. So being hurt changed me. When I tell you, you don't know the person that I was just weeks ago. I'm not her no more. Ask anybody that knows me. I may do some old things that I used to do because residue, but believe me, all that's going to change. All that's going to change. You can't find me where you used to find me because I don't rock like that no more. You can't look at me and think I'm the same person because God has elevated me in the most unusual way. So it's okay to be tired, but once you get done being tired, you got to move, guys. You got to move. Your tiredness is justified. And all I needed was to just understand that my hurt is justified. I have a right to be hurt. Everything that I've gone through in my life, guys, I have a right to be hurt. I have a right to be angry. See, sometimes we take that stuff, and I'm telling you because of what I've gone through. I'm telling you my own personal experience because I heard God say, it ain't about you. I called you to be accountable to tell the people when I bring you through something, it ain't up to you to keep it to yourself. So I had some pains that broke me, and it left me broke. I was justified. I had some wrongs done to me. You see what I'm saying? That I let break me, that I put way down on the inside of me instead of getting healing. I let some situations keep me in bondage. Even things, it was spilling out of me to the point where I didn't even understand why I did the things that I do. Like, for example, guys, prime example. If somebody, and this is because it's on the top of my head. If somebody yells at me or is talking to me, yelling at me, I shut down immediately. I shut down immediately. And I promise you, I hardly hear a word they say from that moment. That is a defensive mechanism I learned about me to not only protect myself, guys, check this, but to protect the other person as well. Because when I get to yelling, and when I get to cussing, and when I acting crazy, my thing in the past was to start swinging. I was a fighter. So when I became saved and I said, let me change my ways, my thing was because of fear, and my fighting got me in trouble. I've been to jail. I've been in front of the court plenty of times. My parents and them had to come, all of that stuff. So my fear of, I was fearful of losing my kids then, and I was fearful of going to jail for I don't know how long. So then at one point I was fearful because I thought I had killed the person. This is me being 100% real with you guys. So now when somebody get to yelling at me and I'm thinking it's going an abusive way, or I think it's going to escalate, or I think I'm going to have to defend myself, I shut down for one, and then I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything. But then it's almost like a blackout thing. But then what happens is that if I start to respond, I used to respond by starting yelling and all this, and then I'm going to act real crazy. I'm going to cut some tires. I'm going to do all this stuff. Ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about. But what happens now is that I notice I begin to yell back because now I'm feeling like I'm going to need you to stop yelling, right? Not a very conventional way to handle anything. But I learned that the reason that I shut down is because of those things. Fear of what it's going to escalate to, fear of what I may do, and fear of going back to what I used to be. But this is the thing. I realize that I can't even go back to what I used to be. So I may yell a little bit, but then I'm not who I used to be, so I can't go back there. I can't go back there. So that's the difference when God touches you and changes you. Guys, just go ahead and take that leap of faith and just understand being tired does not mean you have to stay in your tiredness. You get what I'm saying? Being tired does not mean you have to stay in the position you're in. Do something to alleviate some of that weight on your shoulders so that you can live another day. Do something to ease those burdens in your life so that you can be healthy, that you can be around to see your goals. Listen. Being tired can rob you of one of your biggest blessings. I'm telling you what I know. Being tired can rob you of something God has for you because you're so tired you can't see the blessing right there in front of you. And that's one of the reasons why God had me to come on here today, because I'm gonna recommend this. I'm gonna recommend this. Let me show y'all this traffic. If y'all think I be joking when I tell y'all this is this traffic, and it's as far. I don't know if I do the phone like that. If y'all can see up there, and it's like that going in the mornings too. When I tell you, I don't even know. I done got to the point that I just stopped complaining. But excuse me. But this is one of the things, guys. I'm gonna tell you. I recommend that we all get some type of counseling, that we all invest in therapy because, and you don't have to if you don't want to, but mental health is very important because we have gone through so much now in life as people, the pandemic, the loss, the sickness. We've gone through a lot, and people patience, people tolerance, people just well being is being affected so much, and you don't even realize everything on you until you reach a breaking point, and you could have did something to change that situation. So take the time to talk to some friends. Take some time to talk to somebody professionally if you can't afford it right now. Hit me up. I got people that hit me up that I counsel, all that stuff. But my counseling not going to stay free, guys. Because, listen, the counsel I do, I could be paying my rent. You know what I'm saying? Even though I ain't paying it now. Thank you. So, but this is the thing, guys. We have to take advantage of making sure that we're well as a people, as black people, as Asian, as black, as Spanish, white, all of that. We have to take time to make sure that we're well. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys today because the benefit has been life changing for me because I have been taking that time to try to heal from a whole lot of things in my life. And, we don't realize how broken we are until life happens. And as tired as I say I am, I'm finding room for the new in my life because I'm making room for the new. I'm making room for the blessings God has for me by doing what's best for me right now and doing what I need to do to make sure I'm healthy and whole. So, guys, take that time. Understand there's nothing wrong with being tired. Understand you just don't need to stay there. Don't do like the prodigal son. He went in the pig pen and he had to go out there and experience life and look for something more, realizing that everything he needed was right there at home. Everything he needed was right there God had for him. And hey, that's what we do sometimes. That's what we do sometimes. So get well, get whole, and thank you for rocking with me on this ride home this evening. Um, yeah. Yeah, and as far as everything else, guys, you know that the pandemic slowed us all down. But prior to the pandemic, I was ready to try to do the movie thing, my book, just my credit thing. I know I'm always doing 25 things at one time, but I'm trying to actually get focused and get a plan so that I can do one thing to get me on the track to supplement my other things. So keep me lifted, and I keep you lifted. I keep you in mind when it comes to the movies and stuff, because I'm definitely gonna do all that. I'm in the right place, and yeah, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen, guys. I'm excited. So you guys have a good evening. This is Dr. Michelle with your I guess Hump Day motivation. Bye, guys.